You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level. These are clearly state-of-the-art. There are just certain design choices that were made for these robots that we don't fully understand. We were hoping that you could shed some light on those.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for very long, only one day.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her?
She can dance. She can sing.
I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables.
Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
I would always count the children. I'm not sure why.
Daddy, just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me.
She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips.
Daddy, she can make balloons! Have you seen her make balloons?
2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, then none.
Oh, Daddy, let me go to her.
I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream. Although I only did it once.
Daddy isn't watching.
There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1.
She can take song requests.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch your show too.
Something happened when there was one.
I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful.
A little girl, standing by herself.
Where did the other children go?
I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing.
She can even dispense ice cream.
My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least, not until she stepped closer.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Then other children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
Hey, loser. Happy birthday.
Stop. He's gonna cry.
Wow, Big Brother's kind of a baby, isn't he?
It's hilarious. Why don't we help him get a closer look? He'll love it.
No, please.
Come on, guys. Let's give the little man a lift. He wants to get up close and personal.
No, I don't want to go.
You heard the little man. He wants to get even closer.
You kids, back up from the stage.
Hey, guys.
Peter.
I think the little man said he wants
stay
to
away
give
from
Fredbear
those.
a big
Don't
kiss.
mess with that kid.
On 3.
Kid.
1,
Kid.
2.
Please, Terrence, I'm scared.
You're broken, but I can put you back together.
It's only now that I understand the depth of the depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create, as if what he had already done wasn't enough.
We've also been made aware that the Spring Bonnie animatronic has been noticeably moved and would like to remind employees that this costume is not safe to wear under any circumstances. Thank you, and remember to smile.
He found a new way to desecrate, to humiliate, to destroy. As if the suffering wasn't enough, the loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people. Small souls trapped in prisons of my making, now set to new purpose, and used in ways I never thought imaginable.
To inform all employees that due to budget restrictions, the previously mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one. Work crews will be here most of the day today, constructing a false wall over the old door face. Nothing is being taken out beforehand, so if you left anything inside, then it's your own fault. Management also requests that this room not be mentioned to family, friends, or insurance representatives. Thanks again, and remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy.
I could make myself sleep, but not yet. Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound. A wound first inflicted on me, but then one that I let bleed out to cause all of this. I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines, but they will never find rest now, not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be.
I don't recognize you. You are new. I remember this scenario, however. It's a strange thing to want to do, to come here. I'm curious what events would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this. Willingly. Maybe curiosity, maybe ignorance.
They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to.
You are in the scooping room now. This is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pint of ice cream feels anything at all. Funtime Foxy has already been here today. Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Valora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today. I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
She's free now, but something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, what on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Hello! I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first. Hey, well, day 4, I think you can do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm going to try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
He lured them all back to a familiar place, back with familiar tricks. He brought them all together. Are they still aware? I hope not. It keeps me awake at night. He set some kind of trap. I don't know what it was, but he led them there, again. He overpowered them, again. And he robbed them of the only thing that they had, again.
These cursed robots and their disgusting stench. It's not like anyone cares about this place anymore. What?
No! Not you!
We're trying to track down a good lead right now. Some guy who helped design one of the buildings said there was like an extra room that got boarded up or something like that. So we're going to take a peek and see what we can find. For now, just get comfortable with this. You're not going to believe this. We found one. A real one. Gotta go, man. Well, look, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll see it. Okay. In trying to make the place feel vintage, we may have overdone it a bit. Some of this equipment is barely functional. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the fire. That's a real risk.
You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend.
Michael! Don't leave me here! My house!
Greetings from the fire, and from the one you should not have killed.
Seeing you powerless is like music to me.
I have seen everything.
I am given flesh to be your tormentor.
We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will
This is how it feels. And you get to experience it over and over and over again, forever. I will never let you leave.
This ends, for all of us, in communication.